You'd have to wire your eyes and ears shut while watching coverage of the PGA Tour to tune out any mention of driving distance. While knowing all this is normal for PGA, do you also have the same information on our LPGA Tour competitors? We don't think so. But don't fret, we're here to help you with that. In this video, we'll tell you all about LPGA Tour players ranked by drive. Let's go. Starting with Bianca Pagdagaden at number 9. In 2020, Bianca joined the LPGA Tour after qualifying through the qualifying series. With a 283-yard average, she went on to become the longest hitter on the tour. Even though she finished second to Van Dam in 2021, her 284-yard average was the best of the previous 15 seasons. Remember back in 2006, when Karen Schoden of Sweden averaged exactly the same distance? Bianca excels in two things in particular. Okay, there are a lot more than two, but these jump out to us particularly. She has a masterful use of the ground, and her hip movement throughout the ball is unparalleled on the planet. While she hasn't yet won on the tour, you just know she will do so soon. She demonstrated her abilities at the Women's PGA Championship when she shot back-to-back 65s en route to a tie for 9th finish. Bianca will return to the LPGA Tour in 2022 after finishing tied for 10th at the LPGA qualifying series. Expect to hear her name a lot in the future. Also important to note that on the LPGA Tour, the driving distance has also significantly changed. While the tour average has been largely consistent over the past 5 years, the top has experienced notable rises. For starters, the average in 2021 was 7 yards longer than it was in 2020 and around 21 yards longer than it was 10 years ago. We can only imagine what's to come this season. Next, we have Maria Fassi at number 8. Fassi first received her LPGA Tour membership in 2018 when she was only 20 years old, but she delayed joining until she finished college. In the inaugural Augusta National Women's Amateur in 2019, she came in second to the American Jennifer Kupcho. Kupcho put on a display by playing the final 6 holes in 5 under par, including the renowned par 5 13th hole where she made eagle. Fassi made her debut at the 2019 U.S. Women's Open with a tie for 12th finish after turning professional in May of 2019. Fassi has consistently been among the top 3 hitters on the circuit and has averaged 280 yards off the tee since turning professional. Even though she's only 23, we bet you're going to hear her name more often. Up next at number 7 is Lexi Thompson. Now, this is a name that doesn't need any introduction. By becoming the youngest player to ever qualify for the U.S. Women's Open at the age of 12, Lexi made history. She later turned professional at the age of 15, breaking the previous record for becoming the LPGA Tour's youngest winner. Thanks in large part to her strength off the tee, the 11-time LPGA Tour winner is one of the most recognizable names in the sport. Lexi will play her 10th consecutive season on the LPGA Tour in 2022. She has consistently been among the top 3 power hitters on the tour, averaging a total of 272 yards off the tee over that period. In 2021, Lexi had her greatest average of 278 yards, which is about 7 yards more than in 2020. Do you know what that means? Long walks to the tee for a fit Lexi. Coming up at number 6 is Jin Young Ko. Ko maintained her position at the top of the JWS Power Rankings all season thanks to her second-place finish at the Rancho Palos Verdes. Ko is approaching what is perhaps the most crucial month of the year for her long-term objective of achieving her career Grand Slam, which entails winning each major at least once. With victories at the Chevron Championship and the Evian Championship in 2019, Ko crossed 2 of the 5 off her list. She needs to start hitting the greens more frequently again if she wants to win one of the upcoming majors. With 3.8% fewer than her career average of 77.4%, the 13-time LPGA champion has found 73.6% of greens in regulation in 2022. She also had a 5-win season last year and hit 78.8% of her greens in regulation. Up next at number 5 is Minjee Lee. The Australian changed from being popular to a straight-up champ. The Cognizant Founders Cup was also won by the LPGA's leader in strokes gained from tee to green. 7 years after the PGA Tour first used it, the LPGA started tracking strokes gained in 2021. It evaluates a player's shot execution in relation to the typical result of the field from a specific distance. For instance, if the field typically needs 3 strokes to reach the hole from 160 yards out, but a player only needs 2, they have gained a stroke. In-Ji Chun has 69.4 strokes more from the tee to the green this year than Lee, who who has earned 96.9 strokes overall in 28 rounds. The 7-time Tour champion thus holds the LPGA scoring average lead of 68.89, barely ahead of Lexi Thompson's 69.26. Lee would become the first player to accomplish it since Ko in 2019 if she can take home 2 of the last 4 majors. Next up is Lydia Ko at number 4. The continuing theme for Ko in 2022 is consistency. Her putter has been a major contributing factor to the fact that she hasn't yet finished outside of the top 25, and she added a top 3 result at Palos Verdes. In her 9-year career, Ko is averaging the fewest putts per round, .06 fewer than she did in 2016 when she was ranked number 1 in the world and won 4 times, including a major at the ANA Inspiration. She's tied for the second best putts per green in a regulation average of her career this season, just behind her 2016 effort. Over the next month, the 17-time Tour champion will try to secure her return as one of the game's greats by winning her first major championship since winning the 2016 ANA Inspiration. Ko is firmly on the route to the LPGA Hall of Fame because only 28 other women have won 3 or more majors throughout the history of the Tour. Fingers crossed. Coming up, Atthaya Thitikul at number 3. At the Cognizant Founders Cup, the rookie earned another top 10 finish, helping her maintain a 50% top 10 rate over 10 starts. With 5, Thitikul and Céline Boutier have the most top 10 finishes on the Tour. She also has the most birdies in the LPGA at 172. With 568 points against He Jin Choi's 408, the Thai sensation leads the Louise Suggs Rolex Rookie of the Year competition by 160 points. The young star has a chance to set herself apart even further and demonstrate that she is composed enough to handle the high-stress major tournaments. She had a tie for 17th at the Chevron Championship this year and finished 6th at the Amundi Evian Championship last year. She's set to compete in the U.S. Women's Open for the first time in her career. Now for Nasa Hataoka at number 2. The Japanese star's best 2 results this season have come in her past 2 starts, with a tie for 6th finish in New Jersey and a triumph at Wilshire Country Club. Hataoka enters the U.S. Open with energy after suffering her second major career playoff defeat at the hands of Yuka Saso at Olympic Club last year. The first happened in the 2018 KPMG Women's PGA Championship, where Sunghyun Park overcame her and Soyun Yu at Kemper Lakes Golf Club. Hataoka and Jessica Korda are tied for the title of most victories on tour without a major, which is a title no player aspires to cling to for very long. 2 others have recently succeeded, which may be encouraging for the 2 of them. Before Minji Lee added a major to her resume at the Amundi Evian Championship last year, Se-Young Kim won the 2020 KPMG Women's PGA Championship. Finally, for Anne Van Dam at number 1. Van Dam joined the LPGA Tour pretty recently. In 2019, it took her no time to rise to the heights of glory, though. She has 5 victories on the Ladies European Tour, and by winning the 2019 distance count with an average of 283.8 yards, she became an immediate phenomenon. But despite having a yardage average of 282.1 in 2020, Bianca Pagdanagan beat her. In the 2021 season, Van Dam made it back to the top and recaptured her crown with an average of 290.8, a slight improvement from her 2 previous seasons. She also has the greatest average in LPGA Tour history in 2021. Van Dam's performance hasn't quite gone her way as she was unable to keep her LPGA Tour membership for 2022. She took part in the Olympic Games in Japan last summer and came in 5th place at the LPGA qualifying series, 5 strokes off of a playing card. It'd be completely irresponsible for us to not mention her at the top of this list, as she has one of the most technically flawless swings you'll ever witness. That's a wrap for this video. Who's your favorite swinger from LPGA? Let us know in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.